What is up, gamers? I am finally back, and as you saw in the little cinematic, we are no longer on Kerbin. After the Kerbal government gutted our space program, my Kerbals loaded up and headed to a planet that looked oddly like Kerbin. It took many years, but they finally reached here and have now been tasked by NASA to help them with their space program, because these little green frog guys are pretty good at what they do. So I played a little bit of RP1. I'm also going to be doing live commentary for this one because it's a little less effort, and I've been sidetracked. So I'm going to look into the settings. There are some things. RP1 doesn't really lend itself to videos very much. So the idea is actually to take like the it kind of kills a big portion of RP1, and I apologize for that in advance. But if I can, I would like to remove the research time, because I played it the normal way, and it takes forever. Like it's really just a lot of warping and warping and warping. So I'd rather it be maybe even lower my science rewards and do it that way, just so whenever I click to unlock something, it doesn't take a year to unlock it. I know I can get researchers and stuff like that, but I want it to be fun to watch. I don't want it to be like as hard as possible on me. I kind of like the idea. It's kind of funny. I like the idea that the Kerbals were hundreds of years ahead of humans in space travel, and so they show up here in 1951 and have already been everywhere in their system, but they don't have the technology. Humans don't have the technology that they had, so they have to completely redevelop everything. So it's part of a big government cover-up, I guess. I'm probably gonna make the moon my goal, because even in my normal save, I've never been there. I struggle even to get in orbit, so maybe by the end of this series I'll actually be good at it, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, the only goal in this is to build my own sounding rocket that can reach 100 kilometers, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this is actually a short video. I think I'm gonna spin stabilize the launch vehicle. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the X-Plane stuff. I know most people who play this do that. I don't personally enjoy it that much. We could easily do this at a breakneck pace. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. Go to mission control. Is that not where I just was? Okay, yeah. RP1. Suborbital rocket development. We'll do first launch and Kármán line. Tech unlock times is undone. So now all of our tech should be... So yeah, this first rocket is probably going to be an Aerobee. I think I used this Veronique my first time, but I think we are going to run with the Veronique. Yeah, see, like, you get in this and there's just so much to look at and to deal with, and it can be overwhelming for sure. It definitely was when I first started. At the very least, I could make it pretty, right? Put those there, put a slight turn on them to force this thing to spin its way up. Also, don't worry about the Kerbals being like that. I tried to remove that mod because whenever I was playing my thing, I didn't like them being green, but like, it's part of the story now, so just pretend they're green. I'm pretty sure if I ever get to the point where I'm launching astronauts, they will not be. I might even put some spin motors on it. So in order to get it to fit to actually control the rocket, it has to be every bit of that long. I guess it's not terrible, but it's not good either. White paint there with the black tip. That's pretty cool. Alright. So now do our first attempt at flying this thing. So throttle all the way up. Alright, so we got some spin. It's probably going to wobble a lot. It's definitely lacking on the power side. So yeah, with an Apoaps is just barely over 100,000. I truly believe if I threw an SRB under this, like a real launch vehicle, like a real sounding rocket, this thing would reach... I mean, it still might reach the Kármán line. Yeah, this actually might just barely be enough. I have never had this good of luck in here. Something bad is going to happen. Alright, now the launch complex construction has started, and I'll have to tool the rocket, so yeah, I think it's RP1. So yeah, the tooling is going to be expensive, so we'll go ahead and purchase all the toolings. But now, this rocket only costs $400. There is no recovery of this vessel. It is only meant to launch. And if it fails, there is another one behind it to take its place. So we'll throttle up, and that motor gets started, and we're going. And we did have a failure in the engine, and we've shut down prematurely, which means that this one is a failure. Yeah, it is already 1952, and it's been a rough one for us so far. Systems are still nominal, spinning very fast, and that was way short of where we needed it to be. And now we'll find out if third time is indeed the charm. And another failure. Oh man. We're way over the runtime. That could be a problem. I have set it up so we have our final launch at our first launch complex, so we'll probably be getting rid of that. And I built another launch complex with the Spectre 2 rocket. Let's just scrap this Spectre 1. I've realized they are not functional. And that about does it there. Engine blew up. So now this rocket has been designed with brute force in mind. It's a little wider, a little bigger, uses a more powerful engine, and 7 Tiny Tim solid rocket boosters to jump it off the pad, because alone it couldn't do it. So it's a bit of a complicated launch procedure. We kind of just do it. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, now time for another attempt. Alright, we did it. Holy shit, we might actually be going to space. Oh, my bad.
Watch your profanity.
And our apoapsis is in space. We have passed the Kármán line. Granted, we're still somewhat in the atmosphere, but we finally completed some contracts. This is great. This is great. Just when you thought we were gonna fail. That'll about do it for me today. Honestly, I ended up spending way more time just trying to get up here than I wanted to. Should have had it done on the last launch, but it was my fault. In the next episode, I'm gonna try to take an actual experiment up here, probably with a bigger rocket. Did have to unlock some stuff to get here. But we definitely need science, and we need a little more power. And yeah, this rocket is not viable for anything more than what it just did. So we have a lot of work to do in the next episode, and I look forward to seeing what I can do with this series. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See, I told you guys I'll be back.